Hollywood. Hauntings.
The silent movie theater. The theater. The silent movie theater in Los Angeles was one of the last of its kind. I was lucky enough to visit it and had the best movie theater experience of my life there. There's nothing like watching a wonderful film with live accompaniment. The theater was opened in February 1942 as the Old Time Movies Theater by silent film buffs John and Dorothy Hampton, long after the heyday of silent films, and movies were now exclusively talking pictures. They bought the plot of land in 1941 and commissioned the small 250-seat theater to be built, with their living quarters upstairs. The theater proved extremely popular with celebrities such as Clara Bow, Charlie Chaplin, and Mary Pickford, who were known to stop by and watch their old films. The Hamptons ran the theater until the 1970s, when they closed it due to John's health issues caused by the chemicals used to dye and redevelop the film of his beloved silent movies. John died in 1990 of cancer. The theater was then reopened by a family friend of the Hamptons, Lawrence Austin, in January 1991 as the Silent Film Theater. It's during the time Austin ran the theater that it got its haunted reputation. You see, Lawrence Austin haunts the theater. One night in 1997, Lawrence Austin was gunned down in the theater lobby by a hitman hired by his younger business partner and lover during a showing of the film Sunrise, starring Janet Gaynor. His partner, James Van Sickle, had hired the hitman, Christian Rodriguez, in a bid for Austin's inheritance. Austin and a concessions clerk named Mary Giles were standing behind the candy concession counter when Rodriguez pulled out a .357 and demanded that Austin hand over the money in the cash register. After Austin complied, Rodriguez shot him in the face. The 74-year-old Austin died immediately. Rodriguez then shot Mary twice in the chest before shooting the already dead Austin an additional 2 times. Mary survived and was able to describe the shooter, which led to the arrest of Rodriguez. Rodriguez, once under arrest, confessed that he had been hired by Van Sickle, the 34-year-old theater projectionist who was not only Austin's business partner but his lover as well, for $30,000 to kill both Austin and Mary Giles in what was to look like a robbery. Van Sickle had just been named as Austin's beneficiary in his will, and was set to inherit the theater and over $1 million in cash. The duo were convicted of murder and are currently serving life sentences. Having been sold in 1999, the new owner, Charlie Lussman, remodeled the theater, which reopened in November that year with a screening of Charlie Chaplin's Modern Times. The theater was sold again in 2006 and renamed Cinefamily until 2017. In 2019, after yet another refurbishment, it was renamed Fairfax Cinema. Although Fairfax Cinema does show old classic films, they don't appear to be showing any silent films recently. The Ghost. The theater is known to be haunted by both John Hampton and Lawrence Austin. Hampton haunts his former living quarters upstairs, while Austin is said to haunt the lobby. Charlie Lussman, the owner of the theater from 1999 to 2006, believed in the paranormal activity of the building. He attested that if he made things too different from the original purpose of the theater, that the paranormal activity would increase. He received a black eye from a display case while preparing for a 3D movie presentation in 2000. Minutes before the presentation, the projector broke before the first 3D session started. Lessman would also hear the jingle of keys while alone in the building. The jingling of keys was attributed to Lawrence Austin, as it was a nervous habit of his. Supposedly, a bloodstain has mysteriously appeared and disappeared in the spot Austin's body fell to the floor in the lobby. Austin's ghost has also been seen after hours by employees in the lobby over the years. It has been said he sometimes appears to women in the lobby, looking for Mary Giles to thank her for bringing his murderer to justice. Hampton makes his presence known upstairs by the sound of footsteps and a toxic odor. The projection booth is said to be haunted as well, but it is not known by whom.